Hey everybody, welcome to What the Flick. I'm Matt, that's Alonso, that's Christy. They are gonna talk about My Little Pony, the movie. I didn't see it because it was a Sunday morning screening.
I saw it just for you.
And I was too hungover, so.
I saw it for a multitude of reasons, and I dragged my child with me, and he was so pissed he didn't want to go.
He was a grumpy Gus,
He was
let me
really
tell
cranky,
you.
and I said, sorry kid, it cannot all be Dunkirk. It's true, and I told him, didn't we tell him that you have to see the bad movies?
To appreciate the good ones.
To appreciate the good ones that much more. So here's a great opportunity to explore that. So this is a feature-length version of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, which is a TV show that has been on the air for 7 seasons for some reason. I don't know, people actually like this show. One thing I will give them credit for here is that they actually had the TV show voice cast come back for the movie and do their voices. And so that's a nice...
Thank God.
Right, unlike the Ninjago movie, but this is a nice acknowledgement of those folks who put in the time and created these characters.
Have a fan base.
Right, and then they also want to expand out to other people who perhaps are not bronies or part of the My Little Pony Ponyverse. And so they have all these extra characters that they've created, voiced by famous people like Liev Schreiber and Emily Blunt and Kristen Chenoweth and
Uzo
Aduba. And so they
Is Schreiber like the pony
Sia.
fixer?
There's like a Sia,
No.
right? There's like a Sia pony. She's a sea pony. And
With bangs and everything.
there's so much going on here, but the main like fundamental crux of it is an evil. I didn't even mean to do that. There's an evil force that has invaded Equestria, and so the ponies who are on the verge of their annual friendship festival must stop what they're doing to go and rescue the princesses and harness their power for good or something. Take a look.
I'm Princess Twilight Sparkle, and this is my home, Equestria, a land filled with magic, music, and most importantly, friendship. I mean, what could possibly go wrong?
Put your hooves together for Commander Tuppy!
How about we start with your complete and total surrender?
Okay, I'm not a brony. I have never seen the show.
Neither have I.
But
this movie is more shit.
I know 2 bronies who saw this movie and they don't like it either.
Right. So when you
even
lose your brony base.
Yeah, the bronies are not down for this film based on my limited, sampling pool, admittedly. But no, apparently even the people who are on board for this and love the show and love what the show is about think that the movie is getting it wrong. Like the movie's either contradicting stuff from the show or missing the point of things or cramming too much in.
Right.
Or so I don't know who this is for then if it's not for the people that watch the show.
Well, they wanted to have their cake and eat it too, right? They wanted to appeal to the people who are actual fans who know these characters, but then they also wanted to make it accessible to My Little Pony neophytes like myself, right? And so they get it wrong in both regards. It's so mind-numbingly simplistic in terms of its themes. And then they burst into song.
Yeah,
not the songs aren't even very good.
Not very good songs.
Although the song about being awesome is kind of fun. That's like a little toe tapper, the awesome song. But then there's so much going on. Like I can't even begin to explain to you the multitude of characters that they introduce and how they all. Oh, Tay Diggs is in it. Like they all get wedged into each other. They cram in. Zoe Saldana's in it. Like I'm thinking of more people. There are more characters.
And the thing is, you've got like a core group of 7 characters already. So if you've never seen the show, you're like, okay, wait, that one shoots rainbows out of its ass, and that's the farmer, and that's the pathologically shy one, and that's Posh Spice.
That's Posh Spice company,
I could not, and so I'm trying to figure them out, and then there's all these other things going on.
It's very confusing.
So it's like on the one point, overloaded with stuff and incident, on the other hand, boring as hell.
Boring as
hell.
And screechy, and like shrieky and screechy and shrill.
Yeah, and like I'm not, I get that animation, when it's aimed at a younger audience, it's got a different thing, and I'm fine with that, and there's a way to do that right, and there's certainly, we know there's plenty of examples of ways to do that in a way that kids will dig, but that adults will also like. And again, adults like this show, not just bronies. Like I know adult women that like this show.
I don't know anybody who likes this show.
You're not on the internet I
am too old to have been into My Little Pony as a kid.
The first time, yeah, me neither.
Right, because there were toys, and I'm a little too old for that. And then I have a kid who hates that kind of stuff, so I don't see it. So I miss it all over the place. But in its attempts to appeal to us,
Kristen Chenoweth
is in this cast. It's amazing the money they spent on this cast. And the jokes that they have in there to appeal to grown-ups are super weird. Like there's a Pretty Woman reference in here. They quote a really famous line from Pretty Woman in here. I'm like, wait, is that supposed to be hilarious to grown-ups, like a 30-year-old movie reference? And then make a Hungry Hippos reference just to have like shameless
it's Hasbro,
cross-pollination.
So is the evil force the Transformers? Because that would be amazing.
If they fucking came in and stomped on Equestria, that would be amazing. Movie I would see.
It's like my friend who went with me, who was super into the show, his explanation to me when I said, what is the appeal for adults? He says, this is a show about social anxiety.
I didn't get that.
This is a show about like people having to work through their usually their own sort of self-created problems to like fix things and understand what their place in the world and the good that they're doing even when they don't understand the good that they're doing. And he said there's none of that in this movie.
I got perkiness, and that's about it.
And it's just, I don't know. I did not. I was open to seeing this because I knew that again there is this adult fan base, and I was interested in seeing it. And I brought a translator with me, and he was like, no. So yeah, I just found it kind of shrill and annoying and not fun, and the animation is sort of whatever. And
it is sort of whatever, and I reviewed this for RogerEbert.com, and I said, like, imagine eating a giant bag of Skittles, and then throwing the whole thing up in a fit of like seizure, sugar high nausea.
Oh, that's Speed Racer. No,
I'm kidding.
Kidding. Relax.
Too. No, but it's true. Like, if you're gonna go just to see something like trippy and colorful, it doesn't even look that great.
Yeah, not really, and even the Sia song is sort of like.
Yeah. It's serviceable. Sia.
Yeah, it's not as good as that Carly Rae Jepsen song they dug up for Leap.
Oh, I forgot about that. Anyway, so I'm saying 2.3, and that's basically only because like they had the decency to let their TV cast be a part of it. And maybe I laughed here and there at a couple of things, maybe vaguely.
Yeah, I'm gonna dial down. I'm gonna say a 3.
Okay.
We're at 2.7.
Yeah, there is no score at the moment that we are taping
this is embargoed until Thursday afternoon. That's always a good sign.
Yeah, so I guess if
don't tell anyone the bad news.
If you know what it is, this is a good first movie for really little kids. Like, that's what I would say. In that it's colorful and it's lively, but if you're looking for any kind of like even vague Pixar levels of like multi-generational appeal,
this is a good first movie for little kids in a way that
strained bananas are a good first meal.
Blade Runner 2049 is the worst movie you could take a 4-year-old for the first time.
And also, if you are approaching this material cold and think this is going to introduce you to the world of My Little Pony, they don't ever stop and explain anything. Like some of them can fly and some of them can. Some of them are unicorns, some of them aren't. I'm like, I don't.
It's not a pony origin story. Forget it.
I don't get it.
Bye.